Good morning. I hope this finds y'all well today. Man, we had some pretty tough weather last night here in Orlando, didn't we? Man, but I pray that everybody's all right and that we got through it. I've got a story this morning if you care to listen in. This story is about a woman that worked at a grocery store, and she works at the register. And she's working, and a man comes in, and he does his shopping, and he walks around a bit, and then he comes up to the register, and he says to the woman, "I need to buy half a melon." And she said, "Sir, we don't sell half melons." He said, "Well, that's really all I need is a half a melon." And she said, "Well, we sell whole melons." He said, "Ma'am, why don't you just take a knife, cut that melon in half, charge me for half of it, and that'll work just fine." She said, "Sir, don't you understand what I'm saying to you?" He says, "I understand what you're telling me, but you're not working with me at all. And I think that's absurd. And in fact, I think it's a little ignorant. Why don't you go back and ask your manager if he'll sell me half a melon?" She said, "Sir, I've been working here for a lot of years. I don't need to talk to my manager. I have the authority to tell you that I'm not going to sell you half a melon." He said, "Listen, lady, get off your high horse and go back there and ask that manager of yours if I can buy half a doggone melon." Well, she slammed that register drawer closed, and she walked back there to the produce department, and she kicked that door open, and she says to her manager, "Hey, I got the most ignorant, meanest, awful man up here, and he's demanding that I sell him half a melon." Well, she looked to her right, and there he stood. That's right, he done followed her back. So she paused for a moment, and this man's arms were crossed, and his face was beet red. He was fuming. She put her arm around him and said, "Do you see this man right here? He wants to buy the other half." That's right. Now, there's a couple lessons in this parable. One of which is it's always good to have the ability to think on your feet, right? But more importantly, especially in times like these, it says in the Word, "The tongue that brings healing is a tree of life, but a deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. A hot-tempered man stirs up dissension, but a patient man calms all quarrel." See, I think in times when people get angry, there's an underlying reason. That wasn't really probably about that melon. We don't know what was going on in that woman's life prior to coming to work that day. But I will say this. God will help you. He will help you be kind and patient and loving and considerate if you'll just lean in and allow Him to calm your spirit and give you the peace that only He can give you. Well, I appreciate you. I thank you for listening to me. And God bless you and be safe.